Hi there, and welcome to this week's vlog. And today I want to talk to you about a very, very special gift that God has given to us. That whatever situation we find ourselves, or someone we know or love finds themselves in, even if it seems a hopeless situation, there's always something we can do. And that something is pray. And indeed, one of the greatest gifts we can give to someone else is to say to them that we're praying for them, or indeed to pray with them. One of the blessings of my life is I know that I'm pretty certain that every single day of my life thus far, and I'm now approaching 69, believe it or not. I can find it hard to believe, but there you go. I know someone's been praying for me. I know that when my mum was alive, just about every time I spoke to her on the phone, she'd say, "What can I pray for? I've been praying for you." And I know that other members of my family and friends, people we've known through the years, have told me that they're praying for me, and that's been such a powerful thing. I know when I've been going through difficult times, just that knowledge that someone is praying for me has been such a source of strength and encouragement. And that's one of the things that we can do to offer our love and care and support to others. Let me give you a couple of examples from last weekend. Sue and I visited, first of all, a lady who's in her 80s. We've known her for a very, very long time. In fact, she was the one responsible for Sue and I first meeting at a young people's group that met in her house. So we've got ever so much to be grateful to her for. And when we rung up a couple of weeks ago, saying we were going to be in the area where she lives and could be called in, she told us that she'd been quite seriously ill in hospital. Excuse me. Now she was home again, but still on the road to recovery, still a little bit frail. And so we said, "Can we come and visit?" And she said, "Yeah, I'd love that." And so we went and we spent time with her, and it was such a good time of catching up and a friendship and fellowship. And at the end, I said, "Would you like me to pray with you?" And she said, "Yeah, I'd love that." And so we prayed a prayer of blessing on our friend, and that was such a special time. And then the following day, we're still in the same area, and we went to visit another family who've been friends with us, well, since our early married years. And this year we'll be celebrating, let me work it out, 46 years. In fact, in a couple of weeks' time, 46th anniversary of our marriage. What an amazing achievement that Sue's put up with me all those years. Anyway, went to see this friend, this family, and they're going through such a tough time. The grandma was given a terminal cancer diagnosis fairly recently. She's been through radiotherapy, and that's had really difficult side effects. She's still struggling with that. The grandson of the family has got a major heart issue, which the medical people really are struggling to know what they can do with it. It's really affecting his whole life, and he struggles to walk more than a few yards without getting out of breath. And the medical people don't seem to know what they can do to help. And his life is quite very delicate right now, and it's tough for that whole family. They feel that they're walking through the dark valley right now. But to spend time with them and see the love they have for one another, the way they support each other was great. But also to offer prayers. We'd like us to pray with you. And so that was, again, a wonderful time where we could bring that family who we love to the Lord. And it seems to me that's what we do when we pray for someone. We are, as it were, drawing them close to Jesus, or opening that situation for the Lord to work. I'm reminded of the story right at the beginning of the Gospels where Andrew meets Jesus, and the first thing he does is rush off and get his brother, and he says he brought him to Jesus. And in a very real way, when we pray for someone, we are bringing them to Jesus. and asking Jesus to work in their lives to bring healing and wholeness and a sense of peace and strength, even though they're going through that tough times. And again, that wonderful verse in the Shepherd's Psalm, Psalm 23, even though I walk through the darkest of valley, I will not fear, for you are with me. To help these people to see that God is with them, even in their time of trial. I remember when, during all my time as a active minister in the Methodist Church, often I would go and visit people. It might be a wedding preparation, it might be for a baptism, it might be for someone who's ill or someone who's been bereaved, or just a general pastoral visit. And every time I would say to them, would you like me to pray with you? And the great thing was that even for people who had very little church connection, maybe wouldn't even confess to have a Christian faith, almost all it was always they would say, yes, please. There was a few who said, no, that's fair enough, that's their choice, but mostly would say, yes, please, because prayer does actually bring us an awareness of God, of the spiritual element to life. When I was a minister here in Doncaster some years ago, we used to do something called Healing on the Streets, where the church I was minister of was right in the town centre. We used to put a few chairs out at the front of the church on the little courtyard there and invite people to come and we would pray with them. So people would just be walking down, doing the shopping, and they'd come and sit on a chair. We would offer prayer for them. Sometimes the prayer answer to prayer would come obviously and miraculously. Other times nothing seemed to happen, but every time that person went away feeling loved and cared for because someone had prayed with them, brought their needs to God. So I would encourage you to be someone who is willing and ready to say to someone, can I pray with you? I will pray for you, because that means such an amazing amount. So we're told in the New Testament, pray for one another. If we can offer prayer, we're giving someone a precious gift. So that's our thought for the day. God bless you. May you know his presence with you day by day. Thank you for watching.